In a gripping upcoming storyline on Coronation Street, Carla Connor, played by Alison King, faces a harrowing ordeal as she finds herself held hostage in Underworld, the factory she oversees. The drama unfolds after a stressful court hearing, leaving Carla in an extremely vulnerable state as she battles both emotional and physical threats. The factory boss has had her fair share of challenges, but this particular week pushes her to her limits. Carla, having been charged with actual bodily harm, ABH, for knocking a young boy off his bike, is set to attend her plea hearing. Understandably, the pressure weighs heavily on her as she faces the consequences of her actions. Actress Alison King explains how Carla has reached breaking point. She's been pushed to the edge, and she's had to justify herself in the courtroom. Alison said, "She's not in a good place mentally, she's overwhelmed, but she's still putting on a front." Outside the courtroom, Carla comes face to face with Tom, the father of the boy she hit. Carla, still rattled from the hearing, gets into a verbal spat with Tom, and her words escalate the already tense situation. Outside, she's making digs about the lad to Ryan Connor, played by Ryan Prescott. When the dad, Tom, appears and says, "That's my son," Carla, already frustrated, snaps back, saying he deserved it, especially with a dad like him. Her sharp-tongued response only intensifies the tension, a decision that will come back to haunt her. It's a moment where she feels like she's defending herself, but deep down, she knows she was wrong. She's vulnerable and emotional, and this reaction is her way of trying to cope. But it backfires. Alison explained. The tension boils over later when Carla returns to the factory to address an issue with a dissatisfied client. Unbeknownst to her, Tom has followed her back to Underworld, seeking revenge. The scene quickly becomes terrifying as Tom confronts Carla alone in the factory. His menacing presence takes her by surprise, leaving her with a deep sense of fear. She tells everyone in the factory to go home, thinking the day's over. But then this lunatic appears, coming at her, really raising his voice in quite threatening behavior, Alison describes. As Tom's threats escalate, Carla is thrown into a fight-or-flight mode. She attempts to flee, but panic sets in as she realizes she's trapped. Just when it seems like things could take a disastrous turn, T.S. Lisa Swain, played by Vicky Myers, arrives in the nick of time, interrupting the escalating confrontation. Her appearance saves Carla from what could have been a much worse situation. Lisa steps in, we hope, just at the right time, Alison continues. But Carla is really shaken by the whole experience. She's not used to being in a position where she's powerless, and that frightens her. Following the terrifying ordeal, Carla is left to process not just the confrontation, but also her complicated emotions towards D.S. Swain, who has become a somewhat surprising ally. The storyline takes an intriguing turn as Carla and Lisa share a tender moment after the incident. As they talk, Carla feels a strange sense of connection with the detective, one that leaves her confused about her emotions. "I think every step of this friendship is taking Carla by surprise," Alison explained. She's feeling a closeness with Lisa that she doesn't entirely understand. The concern Lisa shows for her really resonates, but Carla's not sure what to make of it. Carla, a character known for her strength and independence, finds herself in unfamiliar emotional territory. Her vulnerability during the hostage situation and her subsequent bond with Lisa force her to confront feelings she can't quite define. Carla's always been fiercely independent, Alison said, and this new bond with Lisa is different. It's something she can't put her finger on, and that unsettles her. While it's clear that Lisa is concerned for Carla's well-being, the growing closeness between them leaves viewers wondering if there's more to their relationship. Is this simply a deep friendship forming, or is there something more romantic brewing between the two? As Carla tries to understand what she's feeling, the storyline is sure to keep Coronation Street fans on edge. As Coronation Street prepares to air this dramatic sequence, viewers can expect intense scenes of suspense and emotion as Carla navigates the fallout from her terrifying ordeal. The mix of danger, vulnerability, and the unexpected bond with Lisa promises to deliver a captivating and complex chapter in Carla Connor's already tumultuous life. Whether Carla will find peace or face more turmoil in the aftermath remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: she won't be facing it alone.